can't change it. It happened. I can only take the karma that I'm going to get back out of it. That's all.
But you still choose to do it.
I haven't done that in quite some time. I haven't.
But you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Listen, I am who I am.
Hello. And
Stop
welcome back to Raw and Unsolicited with me, Andrew.
And me, Ryan.
Today's topic.
So dumb. You are so stupid.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
I hear you.
I am literally so tired. I'm mentally and physically drained.
Because we do too much. All right, let's dive into this topic.
So on today's episode, we're going to talk about cheating.
Great.
Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater.
You definitely are tired. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of cheating that I've done or has happened to me, but I have a lot to say about it, for sure.
I mean, you do have cheating that you've done. Or
I do?
Yeah.
Who?
You cheated on your first boyfriend.
No, I didn't. I called him right before I sucked that guy's dick. I called him right before I sucked that guy's dick.
Well, that's not what you told me before. You told me that you cheated on him.
You talking about A and D?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I called him.
I think you called him afterwards.
I might have been after, actually. I know I called him.
After.
I know I called him at some point. All right, so maybe I have cheated, I guess. I guess I did cheat. Have you?
I cheated once. It was on my first boyfriend as well. I was young, dumb, stupid.
And
young,
full of
dumb,
cum.
Full of cum. I know you want to say that. And so I broke up with him. And then he like cried and was like, "No, please don't." Like,
and you gave him another chance.
So I gave him another chance.
Even though you cheated, you gave him another chance.
This wasn't. Let me finish the story. So I broke up with him. So about a week later, I cheated on him. And I think that subconsciously in my mind, I was like, well, I already broke up with him. I tried to leave, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't make it right. I'm not trying to make it right.
Nothing makes cheating right.
Correct. But nevertheless, so I cheated on him. And I actually cheated on him with the same person that his ex cheated on him with.
Oh, that's a shame.
So it was sucky.
You're an asshole.
But I don't recall if I knew that back.
Do you think this person was like going out searching for his boyfriends and like making them cheat with him?
No.
Because there's trash out there like that.
Because we dated for a little bit after that. Like he wanted to be my boyfriend. Like we were kind of like dating, seeing each other for a while. So like I don't think that it was just about sleeping with me. And we slept together for like a while.
That's so shitty.
But so I felt terrible, of course, as one does after they cheat.
Do they though? I feel like some people have no remorse and don't care, or
I don't know.
Or they're really good at fucking hiding it.
But I was like, I can't tell him. I have to lie. Like, I can't tell him. So I had hickeys all over my neck. And I was like, how the fuck do I get past this?
You just avoid him for a few days.
So I tried to. Well, we lived together.
Oh, well, that's impossible then.
But like, I wasn't really staying there.
Where were you staying?
I was staying at like my friend's house. Like, so like I tried for like 2 days to like whatever. And then like, of course he was like, where are you? Like, what's going on?
You're a messy individual, even as a child.
I was like, all right, I have to lie. So I was like, oh, me and my girlfriend.
I knew you were going to say girlfriend. What? If he believed you, he's a moron.
We're like playing around and they like held me down and bit my neck.
How young were you? Because this is the stupidest lie.
19. I think I was 19.
You were coming up with corny lies at that age?
So, and he was like, I don't believe you. Let me talk to her. And I was like,
well, he's smart.
I was like, no. I was like, let me be honest with you. I was honest. And I told him.
And then what happened?
Um,
You're like, and then we had sex.
he was like, actually, to be completely honest with you, I think we might have. But I don't think we did then. Like, I don't think we did right then and there. And like that, I don't even think it was that day. Like, I think that he was upset, whatever. But I was like, listen, like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to give like you your space and stuff like that. But then I think that like when I came to get my stuff, I think we did have sex.
Why?
I don't know. Why not? It's like the Adele song, All I Ask. Like, if this is the
Just
last time.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
He is the only guy in my life that I've ever like talked to, dated, had sex with, whatever, who I've never heard from again. Every single other guy ever in my life has always
Is he still
come
alive?
back around. I don't know. I think so.
Have you like ever searched or reached out or tried to find them or?
Well, do you remember
I don't know where you're about to go. I'm so uncomfortable.
do you remember when Vine was a thing?
Yeah.
So do you remember how people would do like the Vines, but it was like porn? Like it was like 7 seconds of like dick
I don't remember
or
that.
something.
No.
Well, he had a Vine and I followed it, and then you freaked out on me about it.
Weird, as I should have.
As you should have. I'm not saying you shouldn't have, but you don't remember that?
Yeah, I vaguely remember, but I don't remember you saying it was your ex.
Yeah, that's why it was a big deal, was because it was my ex.
Oh.
Because like, and like the thing was like I told you about it. I was like, oh, like, you know, look, I found my ex on Vine, whatever. And you're like, did you follow him, whatever? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, why would you do that? Like you like, but like I wasn't like hiding it from you. Like I didn't like whatever.
You're just an open piece of trash. Thank you so much for your honesty.
So that was my one physical cheating story. And then, like I've shared before, you know, towards the end of our relationship, you know, when I had that friend, that I felt like potentially I could have been emotionally cheating on you with. You know,
Which is worse, I think.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how you look at it. But that's my cheating story.
Yeah, so apparently I did cheat on my first boyfriend. I think I did do it before. I don't remember. You would remember more than me.
Well, so let's dive into that. So you think that emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating?
I feel like, because there's like more of, I don't know. Yes, because like it's more involved, and it's like, I feel like sex, a lot of people can just be like bing, bang, boom and be done. When you're like holding conversations and you're thinking about them and you're texting them, and then they're just like in the forefront of your mind more than that person you are with, I feel like it becomes deeper. It's like there's more of a connection there than sex. A lot of people require a connection for sex, but a lot of people don't. So I personally think emotional cheating is worse. And I feel like that's a common thing that's said.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I can definitely see the validity of that for sure. But I also think that there's people in your life, whether it be friends or family, that you connect with emotionally at a different level than your partner or your significant other.
They're soulmates.
And why is that necessarily different?
Because there's not an intention for more behind that. When you're talking to someone emotionally, you know that you guys want more. Like you're talking about certain things you wouldn't talk about with a friend. And you're talking about it in a way that you wouldn't talk about it with your friends.
So in this emotional cheating thought in your mind is they're talking about building a future, or they're talking about
a lot of sexy things. And yes.
Okay.
Which you're not doing with your Aunt Peg and your cousin Barbara.
I don't necessarily think that that's emotional cheating necessarily. Like,
then what's emotional cheating?
It's when your emotions are with somebody else. But does it necessarily have to be in the sense that you're saying with sexy conversations?
No, I mean, I guess not, but that's what it's getting to.
I don't know. Well, then if that's the case, then I didn't emotionally cheat on you.
You didn't?
No. But at the same time,
Y'all knew what you were doing. Y'all knew what you were doing.
You and I were fucking around with him as well. So, yes, there were sexy conversations that were being had, but they were also being had with you.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know. I don't know if that counts as emotionally cheating or
Well, you just had your own little side hustle.
Side hustle?
Yeah, you guys were like doing your own side conversations and all, which made it worse.
Well, I mean, we were friends. We were hanging out. We were...
Yeah, you were friends. Wink, wink.
Whatever.
It is what it is. It's over.
So...
And then what happened with that situation?
You lose them the same way you get them. So he was cheating on his boyfriend with me. Well, with us first. And then
why
with
would they
just
not?
me.
Why would he just not tell him? Like, or I don't know.
I don't know. And then they ultimately broke up. Had nothing to do with me.
I'm sure it did to a degree.
Well, I mean,
that or not.
I'm sure that for my ex, yes, it had something to do with me, but like it wasn't known in the relationship. Like it wasn't like his boyfriend found out that he was cheating, and that's why they broke up.
Do you think he broke up with his ex and with the intention to try to get with you and be with you?
I mean, I do think that there was some piece to that. Yes, 100%. And there was obviously conversation of that, but it wasn't. Together? Yeah, but it wasn't like.
And that's the emotional part of cheating. That's the emotional cheating right there. That's what I'm saying.
On his part, not my part.
Still, I'm just saying. That's what I mean. That kind of stuff.
But yeah, so then he cheated on me, and I found out, and I broke up with him. And that's history.
That's not history, because you have more to your story.
No, I don't. It ended there.
It did?
Yes.
Were you on and off?
Not after he cheated.
Cheating. Got it. That's right. Why do people cheat? Like, what do you think makes people cheat?
Well,
and could you cheat now?
Well, let's go back for a second. And so you think that emotional cheating is worse. So do you think that physical cheating isn't bad?
I would know. It's horrible also. But I feel like a lot of the time, physical cheating for the dirtbags that have done it, we're drinking or we're in a dark spot. Like they always have some sort of bullshit excuse.
Right.
So that's why I feel like that's less frowned upon, because you didn't know what you were doing. You know you're emotionally talking to that person. You know you're cheating or having conversation. You know you have these intentions. You know.
See, for me, in that scenario, like, I was wasted, I was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing, something like that. I don't think that I could see past it, but I think that I could see past it to an extent. Like, if you were so fucked up, somebody took advantage of you,
that's not cheating.
The situation. It is cheating. You still had sex with somebody.
Is not cheating.
Well, I'm not saying that you were raped. I said you were taken advantage of. You were drunk. You were under the influence, so you were easily, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Like, well, yeah, because your inhibitions are down. You're less likely to push them away.
Correct. So I'm not saying you were raped. That's not what I'm saying. Right. Exactly. Been there, done that.
Haven't we all?
But
they probably didn't hear what I said because I mumbled it, and only you heard me. But I said getting blown in an Uber, so you guys can hear that.
But I think that in a scenario like that, I don't think it's easy to see past it, but I think that I could see past it to an extent. But when you are fully sober, consciously making a decision where you go out and you fuck somebody, I think that that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, you're an adult making an adult decision.
Yeah.
And so in my scenario and with my ex, that's what happened. It was an adult situation where he went out and he had sex with somebody or multiple people, and I don't know and I don't need to know.
Which I think is big of you, because I would want to know every single person. I would want to know why, how many times. I think we've talked about this before.
We have. But, you know, for him, his not reasoning per se, but like his explanation is not excuse, is who cares? I don't know them. I wasn't having an emotional conversation with them. I didn't meet up with somebody that I was talking to. It was a random person. It was anonymous. It was sex and done.
It was anonymous. So he just laid on the bed with a sheet with a hole in it, and the guy just came, fucked him, and left?
They didn't change numbers. They don't have each other's names. That's what I mean by anonymous. Not that you didn't see the person. Obviously, you saw the person. But it's not like there was a relationship being built. And
that's NSA, right? No strings attached.
I can understand that perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand where it's like, that is literally just sex. I don't know them. I don't care about them. I don't want to be with them. There's no emotions. Like, I literally just fucked somebody and walked away. I can see it. I understand it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, if that was something that was discussed in our relationship prior, where it was like, we had an open relationship, we communicated about that, like, I was acceptant of that, then sure. Like, I get that in those terms. But we didn't have those terms. We didn't have an open relationship. I didn't accept that. Yeah. So
I don't understand how people are like strong enough to accept that.
The open relationship aspect?
A lot of those different things. Like, they just stress me out. I give people credit for being able to be like, here, have my husband or wife for a little while.
So, is there ever a scenario in your mind that you would take somebody back who cheated on you? Or you would forgive them for cheating on you?
I can't answer that. I want to say no. I would like to think I would never give someone a second chance that did that to me, but you never know. I never say never. You never know. You never fucking know. I never thought we'd be friends again.
Right.
I'm saying, like, you really never know what the hell life's going to throw at you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think given a certain circumstance, right? Like what I was just saying, like, you were completely inebriated, like, it just kind of happened, and I was super invested and in love with this person. Maybe. I think that's a very slim maybe, though.
So you think if this person came back into your life?
What person?
You're saying
my ex?
You're saying the inebriation part you would potentially give them.
Correct.
Got it.
But like, when somebody knowingly makes that decision, like, creates whatever, absolutely not. Like, I could never see past that.
Again, what do you think causes people to cheat? Like, why?
I think there's lots of reasons. I think that there's a lot of reasons why people cheat. I think that the most obvious one is lack of sex in their relationship. So, I mean, you used to say it, like, you're not getting it here, you're going to get it somewhere else.
I said that to you?
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was just trying to bully you into having more sex with me.
No, like, you would think that I was, not that you didn't tell me that if I didn't have sex with you, you were going to have sex with somebody else.
I thought so.
You used to say, like, well, if you're not having sex with me, who are you having sex with?
Who were you?
Nobody, my hand.
Yeah, I know, that was the problem.
My fleshlight.
And every other toy.
But no, that wasn't really a thing either. But, like, yeah, I think that.
So why not communicate? Hey, Bob, Michelle, like, why You have to keep
I mean,
things
some
fresh.
people do, though. Some people do communicate and they're like, we haven't had sex in so long. Like, why aren't we having sex? Blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't change anything. Like, their partner still doesn't have sex with them. So
You're going to find out
they
why.
kind of find it somewhere else, right? I mean, that's the easy answer.
Is it?
I think that, you
Well,
know,
yeah, everybody wants the easy answer because everybody wants the easy out. Nobody wants to put in work.
I think that people cheat because they're insecure. They are either finding attention somewhere else. They are, you know, feeling more secure with somebody else. Maybe they feel ugly or fat and their partner isn't like making them feel pretty or making them feel a certain way. So they find that somewhere else.
I guess I kind of get it.
I mean, some people cheat because their partner isn't around. Maybe it's long distance. Maybe they're away on business or something like that. Some people cheat out of just convenience. Some people cheat just spur of the moment. Some people cheat because they're under the influence. I mean, there's lots of reasons why people cheat.
And you're thinking, or you're saying that some people may deserve a second chance if they cheat based on the circumstances?
No.
You said there might be
really.
like a glimmer.
Right. And I gave you an example.
But they don't deserve it, but that you might give it to them?
If I was that deeply invested with somebody, like if we literally shared a child and we shared a home and we shared all kinds of things, like maybe we shared a business, like if you were so deeply invested with this person, maybe you have to see past it. Maybe it changes what type of relationship you have at that point. Maybe it's like, you know, listen, like we have to rethink our relationship. We have to talk about why this happened. We have to go to therapy. We have to, you know, uncover how we're going to prevent this from happening in the future. Like there are circumstances that I can see of, you know, getting past something.
The whole idea of getting that second chance stresses me out because you're never going to fully trust that person. Every time they leave that house, they're going to be like, where'd they go?
So
you're going to be like, look, you're going to want to always look through their phone. Like, it just sounds so exhausting.
Absolutely.
And they chose that route. So let them be with that person and then enjoy the outcome.
But it's not about whether or not that, if that person wants to be with somebody else, then no, I don't think that there's any way of going past that. There's no way of getting past that. If it was literally just sex, if it was literally a one-off situation or something like that, then yes, I can see a scenario where you can see past that. But if somebody fell in love with somebody else and they want to be with someone else, no, you can't get past that.
Yeah. And you can't change their mind because they didn't want to be with you clearly anyway.
That's not necessarily true either. I mean, do you love more than one person? Think about friends, think about family.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So I think that there are scenarios where people can love romantically, sexually more than one person. It doesn't
It's messy.
It doesn't change the fact of whether you love the person that you're with, the person that you're actually in a relationship with. Just because you cheated on them doesn't mean that you don't love them. Right?
Sure. I can never, ever, ever wrap my mind around it. Ever.
I don't know what to tell you.
Help me.
I literally have
Just try.
Right.
I can't comprehend it. Because, like, you're supposed to be loyal to that person, and you're not. I don't care what the circumstances are. It just all sounds... If it ever happened, it would just sound like a bunch of excuses to me. No?
Sure.
Do you think you could cheat on someone?
Could I?
And how long would you lie about it?
I don't think that I would. I don't think.
You think you could?
I mean, if I forced myself to, yeah, sure. What do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't want to. I wouldn't want to.
Do you think once a cheater, always a cheater?
I don't know. I think it depends on the circumstances, honestly. You know, I think that, like, if you cheated on somebody when you were young, you're just stupid. You're immature. You know what I mean? But, like, if you're, like... And it depends on how you reacted to it, too. You know what I mean? Like, were you lying about it? Were you able to just get past it? Were you able to just... Did your partner never find out? If your partner never found out, then yes, I do. I think that once a cheater, always a cheater.
Do you think that would be so stressful to live with that?
Live with what?
A secret of cheating on your like significant other. That sounds horrible. Like every day you're just holding in this giant secret.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely terrible.
And people do it. And it's wild to me.
I know lots of people
that have done it?
Yes.
That's so sad.
I know lots of people.
Oh. I don't even like to think about it.
So, so there's two things that I want to say. So two things that I've heard from therapists.
That's what my therapist says.
So the first one.
BB Rexa.
If you cheated on your partner and your partner accepts and they want to move past and they want to work towards something, it's essentially like the therapist gives this example. It's like taking a bowl of soup, and if you take the bowl of soup and you put hot sauce in the soup and you put too much hot sauce in the soup, you can't take the hot sauce back out. You can't get rid of it. The only way to make it less hot is to add more soup. So the soup is love, and the hot sauce is the deceptiveness, the cheating, the lying, whatever the case may be, the bad piece. So you can't take that away. That feeling will always be there. What happened will always have occurred. The only way to get it out or settle it or, you know, make it better is to add more love. So yes, if you get cheated on, you can't just forget about it. To your point, like, you have to earn that trust back, you know, and maybe that is over time. Maybe that is with conditions, whether that be talking to somebody, whether that be, you know, until you've earned my trust again, I do need to have your location. I do need you to check in with me. I do need to have this verbal whatever. It's not ideal, right? Nobody wants to do that, whether it be the person who cheated or the person that got cheated on. Nobody's saying that either one of them wants that. But if you are that invested with somebody and you truly love somebody that deeply, and you know that that person truly loves you as well, and it was just a stupid fuck up to some extent, that might be necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think that's possible, though. You can flood somebody with so much love, but I don't know. That's not going to cancel out what happened. It's not going to...
It's not. I said that. It's not going to cancel it out.
It's not going to make you... I appreciate that therapist's thought and idea, but I don't think it's going to work.
But the point of the matter is that you can get past it. And it might not work for you, but there are a lot of people that you don't even realize that years ago, one of them cheated.
It's probably a lot more common than we realize.
It's very common.
Which is so sad.
It is very common.
Bunch of dirtbags out here.
But it happened. And it happens a lot.
I just give people credit for getting over it. I don't know how. That would make me so insecure.
I forgot my other therapist story now.
That's fine. I'm sure you'll remember and you'll cut me off.
Well, I can't cut you off if you're not talking.
How many therapists did you have?
I've had multiple therapists. But none of this was a therapist that I saw. This was like a therapist online. It was like a video on Instagram. Or
Jesus,
something.
like a TikTok therapist.
Yeah. I love them. I learned lots of things.
I mean, yeah. I learned a lot about self-love from TikTok therapists. What else?
Have you ever been the
person they cheated with?
Yeah. I was trying to say like cheatee, but I feel like that's the person that cheated, got cheated on.
Yeah, with our situation, I was the one they cheated with.
What? I didn't cheat on anybody.
End of our relationship.
Oh. When that person cheated on their boyfriend with you
us.
And me.
Yes.
Got it.
Have I?
Yep. Yes. Lots.
I have?
What do you mean? You're like married man here, married man here. What? Hello?
I didn't think about that as cheating. I don't know why. I don't know why my mind. I know. It is. But I don't know why when you asked that question, I didn't think of every married guy I've ever slept with. I don't know. It's a shame to think that, like, so not that this makes it better, but I didn't know all of them were married. Like one time the phone rang and it said wifey, and I was like, fuck. I was already mid-suck. Like, why am I stopping now? Like, there's circumstances where I didn't know the full truth.
But if you did, you would have done it.
Absolutely. I still would have done it. I'm just saying.
You would have chosen to do it even more likely.
I was already committed to the bit, so I was going to do it regardless. You know?
Yeah.
They're the ones that are on the gay apps seeking me. I shouldn't be the one doing all the groundwork to figure out.
Do you feel like, do you hold any guilt to that?
I feel like when I really do think about it, I'm like, that's pretty shitty. But I can't change it. It happened. I can only take the karma that I'm going to get back out of it. That's all.
But you still choose to do it.
I haven't done that in quite some time. I haven't.
But you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Listen, I am who I am.
So I don't understand. You feel guilt,
I'm not meant to be single because I act like this. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm not meant to be single because I act like this type of piece of shit.
So you need to be in a relationship.
I'm meant to be in a relationship.
You don't act like a piece of shit.
Yes. Because I'm a loyal motherfucker. I really am.
Got it.
So when I'm single, I'm just like, when I'm single, I really just want to be single. So it makes no sense like that I'm meant to be in a relationship, but when I'm single, I really enjoy being single. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It sounds so stupid. It makes no sense to me. That's why it's hard.
So if you were in a relationship and your partner cheated on you,
I would cut their dick off and fuck them with it.
Would you be mad at the other person?
I see. Well, this is where you just were like, it is what it is. Like, I don't need to know details. I want to know details.
Okay. And now you know the details and you know who the person is. Are you mad at the person?
It depends what the details were. Maybe, maybe not. Some circumstances, yes, I'm mad at everybody. Some circumstances, I'm mad at just that person that cheated with my boyfriend or girlfriend.
People that are married and getting blowjobs by you, are their significant others, their husbands and wives, allowed to be mad at you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I wouldn't blame them for not being mad at me. So what? What are you saying to me?
So I don't understand why you still choose to do it.
I like making people happy.
Got it.
If their wife ain't doing it, I got to.
You are very judgmental because you're sitting here saying over and over again, I don't understand cheaters. I don't know why. I don't blah, 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 blah. You're judging all these people, but you're out there blowing them.
Yeah. Okay, I can still have my feelings. I think I don't understand it from like I couldn't ever see myself doing it. Maybe what I don't understand, or why somebody would want to cheat on me because I'm so great.
Got it.
Is maybe what I'm thinking about. I don't know.
My eyes just rolled very hard.
Got it. They're still rolling. I don't know. What about you? Have you been the, what is it, the cheatee? What are we calling it? The cheatress? Like a mistress, the cheatress.
Okay. I have.
I'm just kidding. I knew this.
So there was once, it was like the third guy that I had sex with. It was a friend of mine, like a loose friend, like an acquaintance, like friend of a friend kind of thing.
Third guy I had sex with in life?
In life.
Okay,
yes.
Got it. I thought you meant like since the split or...
No, in life.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was like 19, 20 maybe.
You did a lot when you were 19.
I did.
You're a little hoe.
And like we were all hanging out, like we went out drinking. I think we went to like Pride or like Outfest or something. Like there was a bunch of us. We went to Albert's afterward. And I was driving him home. And
from Albert's?
Yeah. And we pulled over.
Do I know them?
No.
Oh.
We pulled over Cooper River Park in College.
Is that where we used to walk the dogs?
No.
Oh, that's where they do the concerts.
No.
Oh. I don't know where that's at then.
It's in Collingswood.
Yeah, it's right. It's like a little, it's around that creek, or not creek, that lake.
Cooper River.
No, there's a lake.
There's a river. It's Cooper River.
Is it a river that looks like a lake?
Sure.
Is it more round or?
There's some roundness to it. Sure. Anyway, let me tell my story. Thank you very much. So we were drunk after a long day, whatever. I was driving him home. We pulled over in the parking lot and we had sex in my back seat. I dropped him off at home.
Full of your load?
Yes.
That's amazing. He was just like dripping cum as he sit on the couch next to his boyfriend.
Well, it was like 2 a.m. So
he's just laying in bed next to him dripping cum.
Maybe. I don't know. Can I tell my story? I didn't know that he had a boyfriend. So a few days later, I think I requested him on Facebook or something. Or no, I think the boyfriend requested me on Facebook.
That's awkward.
And it said like in a relationship with. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So like I text him. I was like, you didn't tell me you had a boyfriend.
So why is his boyfriend requesting
blah,
you though?
Blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
He was like, it's a long story. It's not easy. Blah, blah, blah. Like he went into this whole thing. I was like, whatever. This is stupid. You're stupid. Whatever. And I'm dumb. And I never talked to him again. I literally have never talked to him.
So that's the second person that has never returned into your life.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Shut it.
See, even Siri says your conversation's stupid.
No, actually, years later, he requested me on like Facebook or Instagram or something. And he is actually like really good friends with one of my friends. And I had like ran into him once, but like other than that, like, no.
Is he still with that guy?
I doubt it, but I have no idea. I know nothing about him. I don't know anything about him at this point. So that was my one cheat-y story. And then I had
it's cheatress, by the way.
A cheatress. A cheatress.
Mistress. Cheatress.
There was one point in my life where I was friends with this couple. Well, obviously, what we just talked about, like the end of our relationship. Yes, he was cheating on his boyfriend with me. We already talked about that, so that was another one. So there was a point in my life where there was this couple, who were really good friends of mine.
Do I know this?
Yes, you know that.
I know this story.
My one friend, his boyfriend was away. And we were just like hanging out at my house one time and he blew me on my, so there was that. And then it's funny because a few months later,
Mm-hmm.
the boyfriend,
I'm gonna throw up.
the boyfriend, and I slept together. So I had technically had sexual relations with both of them at different times without the other one knowing.
And they don't know still?
So the one does know about the other one, but he never admitted to the other one. So one of them knows that both him and his boyfriend slept with me. The other one never
Is in the dark.
confessed.
Got it.
So he only knows that he had sex with me. He doesn't know.
And if they're listening to this, are they going to know who you're talking about?
Oh, I'm not friends with them anymore.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter. This was a while ago.
Got it.
But but the one knew both and the other one didn't.
That's stressful. How do you hold all that in? Like, that's just too much. Like, after everything went down, would you still, like, see them and stuff? Like, at clubs or, like, at bars? Or I don't know what you did with them back in the day or whatever. Like,
well, so after the one was honest about it, so honestly, I mean, they might both know at this point. I have no idea at this point. But
do you care?
I don't. But
Okay.
once, well, so yes and no. So listen, let me finish my story before you
As you
interrupt.
can tell, I was gonna start rambling.
So when he found out, when the one found out about the other, there was like a big, like they had a big fight, whatever, and they essentially like yelled at me about it. Like, which I get because I was friends with both of them. Like, I get it. But they should, like, I don't know. I don't know what was
They
going
should
on
get
in
their
my
life
mind.
together and be a better couple.
I don't know. I don't know what was
You
going
and
on.
I are very similar, yet
But-
so different.
So then we had a falling out, and they didn't want to be friends with me anymore. So in that sense, like, yeah, it kind of sucks because I lost 2 friendships over it. But it is.
Would
what
you
it
be
is.
friends with them now if, like, they were like, hey, the past is in the past?
I would. Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Maybe a 3-way.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Because that gets you real far in life.
But it's different when it's not your relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, have you
But
ever been in a 3-way where it wasn't your relationship?
Yes. No, I just lied to you. No. I was. No.
Would you?
Absolutely.
Because it's not
I've
your
always wanted to be like
relationship,
pig roasted or split. What's that called? Where like one
Double
goes in your
penetrate.
ass and one goes in your mouth and they spin you.
right? Pig roast.
Yeah, that. And I'm like, I'm just
How are you
kidding.
gonna do that
The
with a
pig's
dick in your
usually
mouth?
dead. I'll show you. I'll put this crystal in my mouth and make a noise. I can make a lot of noises with stuff in my mouth.
Oh, cool.
That's usually turns them on. I can have a full
Eiffel
conversation.
Tower. That's
That's what we did.
Oh, yeah.
You and I did an Eiffel Tower
Yeah.
with that person. Did we high five? Oh my God! Remember the other one, the one that like snuck in real late, sat out front of the car, and then came in and like blah 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 and left.
And then like went into our bathroom and was in the bathroom like on the phone for like ever.
Yes, I forgot about that part. Yes,
Didn't he shower afterward? He's like, can I shower?
I believe so. He probably just felt so dirty. He popped up on my Facebook a couple days ago.
Well,
I meant to
talked
tell
him
you.
on Facebook.
Did I? Is that where we met him?
No. You met him on Grindr, but then remember he started messaging you on Facebook.
Well, maybe he blocked us.
No, I don't remember any of that.
I'm pretty sure he blocked us, and then he pops
Not
up.
us.
He pops
never
up.
had me.
He pops up as a friend I may know, and I was like, request.
Did you request?
Sure, fuck did.
Did he accept it?
Not yet. But I know where it says he works, so I'm gonna go say hello
Oh my god.
and say, "Can I blow you again?" He was handsome. Remember?
You didn't blow him.
He blew you. Did
Well,
he
he
blow
blew
me?
both of us. But
Did
like,
he? I don't remember that much. I just remember like the ring camera catching him like walking out. Do you remember how awkward that video was? I should share that on the Instagram. I still have it.
oh my god. Can you see his face?
If it does show his face, I will not share it. But if it doesn't, I will share it. Because remember, I like walking over, I like unlocked it. It was so awkward.
Doesn't like the dog jump on him or something?
I don't remember. The dog, I think he was just like sniffing him, regardless. So is it better to be the cheatress than the cheater? I think in general, we're all garbage. We're all garbage. Anyone who's doing anything like this, it's all trash. So maybe try it. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. If you want to try cheating, do it. You're still just a piece of shit. But communicate before you cheat. Like, try it. What'd you say? What did you just say, you motherfucker?
I said I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I thought it was so funny that you were just like, but just communicate, because you're always like, communicate.
Yeah.
Cool.
Communicate. Like, I might cheat on you if we don't have sex, or communicate before it gets to that try. Like, you have to try before you give up. Do you think cheating is essentially that person giving up?
No. Do you not listen to anything I do,
but I'm just trying to think other avenues that people might perceive it.
So yeah, there are points in times where people give up on their relationship and they're like, fuck it, I don't care about it anymore. I'm just gonna
that's even more sad. Like, that's so sad. The other person has like no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
See, when I think about the other person, sometimes I do get sad, but like, I'm not gonna, if it feels good, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally in the back of my throat and it was like, wifey. Like, zzz, zzz, zzz. I was like, no, this feels too nice. And I just kept going. I saw him a few months ago, like a long couple months ago.
There was another guy that blew me on my couch that was in a relationship.
Like recently?
And I think his boyfriend was away.
You need to stop hanging out with people to go on vacation or something. Is it cheating if you're abroad?
It depends. So, okay.
On the circumstances you set up as a couple.
Correct. So,
didn't you know someone that like was only allowed to play when they were like not in the US or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that you that was telling me that?
Yeah.
I feel like I would be more open to that because you have less likely of a chance to see them again.
Right.
But at the same time, like, how did you communicate? So you still have that text thread or that. So I would still be a little insecure about it, I think.
I mean, maybe not. It might have been through an app.
The apps have threads, buddy.
Okay, but you can delete your profile, buddy.
Yeah, but sometimes your messages come back, buddy.
I don't know how any of that works, buddy.
Well, I'm telling you, buddy. That's the name of this episode, buddy.
Anyway, I have questions. So
I have answers.
Is liking a hot person's photo on social media a form of cheating?
I think a lot of people. I think that makes a lot of people insecure.
Is it a form of cheating?
I'm getting to that. I don't love that for me. I would be like, why do you need to like that person's photo? Like, why are you even following them to begin with? So I don't think it's cheating. No, I just don't like it. I do not think it's cheating.
What if they were following them before you got together and now you're together and he still follows all of them and happens to like pictures?
I think it depends on like what your conversation was, what your connection was, how you've met, what you've done, have you done it? Like, there's a lot more to it than like, it's just liking this photo cheating.
So if you got into a relationship with somebody who follows a bunch of half-naked men on social media, and you get into a relationship with them, would you expect that, and has talked to them, has messaged them, has liked their pictures, have sent nudes, have hooked up before, regardless of the relationship, would you expect them to delete them?
Would you expect I wouldn't expect anybody to delete anything from their past, but there needs to be like a clear line of communication and expectation that it's not going to be that anymore if I'm in the picture now. But
so
I would never
ask that.
What?
Like when you get into a relationship
I guess when I find out, like, or maybe like I'm on their Instagram and like I'm like, oh, who's Bob1274? And I'm like, oh, he's hot. Oh, they really. I personally would spiral and like dive a little bit for sure, and then I would ask questions because I did that with you. I remember being like, who the fuck is that? Don't do it no more. Because I know, if anything, I know it's gay men, and none of them are to be trusted. Have I been wrong?
I don't disagree with you.
I have not been wrong.
I think that
a lot of them have motive.
Correct.
And that drives me bonkers.
They all have.
Be upfront about your motive. I want to suck your dick. Don't say you want to be my friend and then try to sleep with me because I got drunk.
Can we get back to the question that was at hand?
No, it's not cheating. No, liking a beautiful man's photo is not cheating.
Okay.
I do not think it's cheating.
So let me give you an example of something that has actually happened to me twice with two different men. Very different.
Was I one of them?
Very far apart. No.
Okay. Do you think it's cheating? Or is your story you're about to tell me going to tell you your perspective?
It's not. So
Okay.
I'll answer the question first. Do
It's
I think
not
that it's
cheating.
cheating? I do think that there's a form of cheating there. But I think that it you have to be clear about that, because if your partner doesn't think that, then that's them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
There's an intention there. But yeah, go ahead.
right. What is the intention? Correct. So in both of these situations, it was my boyfriend, and they had talked to somebody in the past, and like never met up with them, never hung out with them, never had sex with them, never whatever, but they had like messaged each other, they had flirted, they had whatever. So this person reaches out to my boyfriend and is like, hey, like, how have you been? Would love to see you. Would love to hang out. Blah, 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 whatever. And my boyfriend says, I'm in a relationship now. I wish you would have said this before. Or I wish we would have done that before.
That fucking sentence will make anybody insecure.
So
I don't know where your story's about to go.
Is that a form of cheating?
No. I was going to say no, it's just words, but then emotional cheating is just words at the same time. I don't like that at all. Like that would make me so insecure.
Right.
Because now you're like, oh fuck, now that person's going to be in your mind.
Right.
Because you were like, fuck, you should have said this before. And now you're going to be thinking about them.
But you can't control somebody else reaching out to you.
Yes. I think his sentence could be perceived as cheating. But it's not.
Right.
It's not, but it could be perceived as cheating.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with exactly what you said, because it could have just been like, I have a boyfriend. It could have just been simple, like,
you could have left
I have a boyfriend. The fact that you're like, I wish you would have, I wish we would have, like, the fact that you like, you should have, like, the fact that there's more to it, it's like, well, clearly you wanted that. Like, clearly you still would want that. That's where I think there's the cheating, quote unquote, aspect of it.
Yeah. So we've both been on all sides of cheating.
Yeah.
Chreat-riss.
So there's a lot actually, and it's crazy to say that there's a lot, but there's a lot of people that hit me up frequently that are in relationships.
I mean, that's good for your ego.
Do I how should I feel about that? Like,
how do you feel about that?
Should I feel like I'm a bad person because you're
a bad person because they're reaching out to you're flirting back?
Yeah.
Like
some of them I knew to begin with, some of them I didn't know to begin with.
So you're just like me, is what you're saying.
But I'm not having sex with them.
Yet.
True. But I'm not.
You would.
But the problem in these scenarios is I don't know what their relationship is, and I don't know.
It doesn't matter if the relationship is good or bad.
If they have an open relationship.
Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Right. There could be communication. So there's a lot of people that have that clear line of communication in their relationship where harmlessly flirting with somebody online doesn't count as cheating. Liking a picture, messaging somebody doesn't count as cheating. Sending nudes or receiving nudes doesn't count as cheating.
Really?
Having sex orally doesn't count as cheating. Having sex anonymously doesn't count as cheating. As long as there's no kissing involved, it's okay. As long as it's anonymous, as long as it's a one-time thing, it's okay.
All right, this is enough. That's enough.
There's a lot of different scenarios where
Which is wild.
It's considered cheating one way or it's not.
I guess it all has to do with who you're talking to.
I think it all comes down to communication.
Shocker. That's literally the only thing we ever talk about is communication.
But for real though,
It's key.
So you have to be clear with what is considered cheating to you. You have to understand what is considered cheating to your partner. And just because you might not think that it's cheating, you have to respect your partner in the scenario.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
100%.
So my advice is communicate. Be clear with what is considered cheating in your relationship so that you're both on the same page and you respect the other one's wishes. I think that if you want to cheat, then I think that you should just break up and you should be clear about why you want to break up. If you feel the urge, try to communicate before so that
Figure out why you're having the urge. Like, what can you do differently?
right. Or
Yeah.
what you're lacking in your relationship so that you can figure that out so that you can fix it.
My advice would be, don't get in a relationship unless you're ready. And before you get in a relationship, you be the cheatress. So you can kind of understand the sides of the die that you're about to roll. Right?
Don't be a cheatress.
Why? Do that before you cheat.
Why?
Help them cheat. Don't you cheat.
But what if you're in the relationship and now you're getting cheated on with somebody else?
Oh, that's your
but
karma.
now-
It's all about
That's
karma.
karma.
And we both have karma coming back to us.
Me? For what?
Bitch, them friends you lost years and months, I don't know how long ago it was. You have karma coming back to you still for that, my friend.
I've already had my karma come back to me for that. Friend.
No,
Buddy.
you haven't, buddy, old pal.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, yeah. So communicate that you're going to cheat if they don't give you sex. Just don't cheat.
Just don't be a dirtball.
Don't get caught if you're going to cheat.
No, do get
I'm
caught.
just kidding.
It's not fair. Be
It's really
honest.
not. I'm being funny because, like, I just can't imagine.
I remember what the other therapist said.
I don't care.
No, I have to tell
okay.
you. So, fuck, I forgot.
Good.
No, I didn't. Come on.
All right. So maybe we'll tell you that because this episode kind of made me want to talk about love languages, like communication and cheating and this and that. So I think next we're going to dive into love languages.
Oh, wait, I remember. So, they
Jeez,
said
nice.
that, so sometimes it is more difficult to be honest about cheating because it will hurt your partner. And sometimes
I get that.
you have to be the selfish one and deal with those consequences internally
And suffer
and
the rest
have
of your
that
life.
guilt. So are you confessing to cheating because you're getting it off of your guilty
Yes.
conscience?
So that's even more selfish.
Or are you doing it because you're truly giving your partner the choice to make the decision on whether or not they want to still be with you?
So now I changed my advice. Cheat and tell them you cheated. Ruin their life twice. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Just be a good person.
I mean, if you don't cheat, you don't have to worry about it.
That's what I'm saying. Just be a good person. I'm not saying that cheaters aren't good people. You're just not.
But
the
that's a really
greatest.
good thing to think about, though. Like, do you tell
That's a
them?
really good way to look at it. That therapist is a genius. I need to be on TikTok more. On that note,
On that note, we will see you next Tuesday.
see ya.